Welcome to the Misfit One Lifestyles with Elizabeth Colin. She will awaken and connect with your Misfit One. Are you tired of the ups and downs in your life? Are you ready to live a healthy lifestyle once and for all? We are talking about all aspects of your life. Being fit is not just physical, it's also your mind and soul. Learn how to take steps in your life to move towards your goals. Elizabeth's goal is for everyone listening to the sound of her voice to get fit. Let's get focused, let's get intentional, and let's transform. Now here's your host, Elizabeth Colin.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Misfit One Lifestyles with your host, Elizabeth Colin, also known as Misfit One. Listen, you guys, I am guarantee you satisfaction guaranteed on this call because I have the one and only Jen Schneider. How you doing, girlfriend?
Amazing. Glad to be here.
Listen, for you guys who do not know who she is, let me break it down for you. She is known as the Savvy Sales Strategist. Doesn't that just sound impressive? Savvy Sales Strategist. Before we go deep into that, how about you just telling us a little bit about who you are first, Jen?
Absolutely. Yeah, I am so excited to be here. And I met Elizabeth at a ladies event and we just immediately connected. And I felt like we were soul sisters from the very beginning.
Absolutely.
And what I told her, what I did, and she was like, oh, let's get on a call. Let's figure this thing out. So what I've been doing for 20 years, I've been in sales and marketing. So I saw a need when I was out in the market, selling products and services to people, realizing that they were just missing out on the sales piece, right? They want to buy all the marketing. They want to do all the things. They want to post all the stuff. But I'm like, how many sales are you actually making? Let's get really raw here. So once I was able to do that with clients, I love working with coaches and consultants like you, because I am one, right? So I got to learn in my business very quickly how to navigate this thing called business, right? In sales. Like I told you, I'm like, I can sell somebody else's products very, very well. Like we connect there, but how do you sell your own products? You can't read the prescription inside the bottle. So someone like me can come into your business, help you read your own prescription, get out of your own way.
Yes. Okay, guys, we're going to be transparent here. I don't want to cut you out, but I feel a little something. I feel a little certain way because she's talking about me. Y'all, she talking about me. Listen, I have hired her as my sales coach. Listen, I am an expert at what I do, but selling is not one. And so I had to talk to Jen, and let me tell you, she is phenomenal. She's being very modest, and she's like, and I met Elizabeth, and she was clocking. I could tell in her eyes. I could see in her eyes like, she ain't going to make a sale, which I don't. I do not ever ask for a sale. And how many of us are in the business doing exactly what Jen says? We got all the marketing. People know me. You know me, right? We do all the setup. We have our systems. We have our assistants. We have all the things. But what we doing? We hiring Jen.
That's right. I absolutely love systems and helping small businesses, entrepreneurs to develop a process. Because a lot of times we're like, just go and do. And I'm a doer too. But if we have a duplicatable system where I know that this is my offering, this is what I'm good at, here's my secret sauce, right? You know your own secret sauce. And if you don't, that's okay too. Like coming in to learning about your own secret sauce so that you know how to sell that essence. Like everybody wants to know, like, how do you bottle your essence and sell that thing? And that's what I can do. I can help find the essence, get it into a sellable concept. And whether it be for course creators or coaches or even brick and mortar, I've helped, businesses all over the place that do all things. And that's what I say. It's like, it's not based on one thing. I have been in businesses selling to businesses. I've sold B2C, B2B, product and all product, service, anything. So no matter what it is, because of the amount of experience that I've worked with other people, I've brought that, and it's just kind of like my magic sauce, right? I
Right.
love copywriting and making sure it's captivating and pulling people into who you are and what you do. Instead of just saying, this is what I do, we say, what is the thing that you really need? And then we go after that, because
Right.
that's
I
what
love
someone's
it.
going to lean in and say, oh, I want what Jen has. I want what Elizabeth, I want what she has.
Right.
What
Right.
is it? I need more.
I need that lean in effect. That's what I've been missing, that lean in effect. And what you do basically is you simplify a very complex process. I don't know how many of us as business owners overthink. And listen, you on the platform, you know I'm gonna tell the truth 100%. We're gonna get down and dirty. And she, listen, I've hired her. So she has told me, stop it, throttle back. I'm gonna need you to sit down and start again. And you know what? I need that. I need it because I overcomplex, makes things so complex that I then want to back up from it and don't want to do it again. So, can you explain a little bit about how you take that difficult, complex process and simplify it for us small, meager business owners?
Absolutely. It is my favorite thing to do. So strategizing is not the only thing. You have to do your mindset. So it's mindset and strategy together is what gets you to the next level. So for small businesses, they're like, well, I'm doing all the things. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. Okay. Picasso didn't, create masterpieces in one day. Okay. We're so hard on ourselves. It's like, you got to learn sales. It's not something that comes naturally. People like tell me, oh, you're a natural salesperson constantly. I'm like, no, I've worked on my craft for many, many years. So if you're working on your business and you love your things, let me come and teach you. Because when somebody says I'm not a salesperson, that means that they have a block against what's happened to them in the past. They've been sold. They've been, yep, I know, right? Raise your hand. If you're listening, it is so true. When you've been sold or when somebody has bamboozled you, you have that thing in your head that says, I'm not a salesperson. And then that's the first thing they want to hire out. But guess what? If you are the best person to bring people into your business. So if you're not bringing people in your business and you're hiring somebody else to do it, then they're going to just do the same things you're doing. And then you'll expect different results. So that's why we need to simplify that process.
Right. And I love the point of where you said if you're hiring people out. Again, y'all, she talking about me. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all know the truth because I don't mind being the guinea pig for you. But here's what I found too. I find the same thing as if you go to a huge vending event and you see people at the table and the people who are in front of the table and like really talking to the people, those are the people who own that business. The people who are sitting behind the table and not trying to get you to come over, they're on their phone, they doing all that. They were just hired to be there that day.
Yep.
As part of the team. So you can always tell the difference. So I love it when she says you can hire somebody if I need to know how to do it first. I need to know how to get this process down. I am not a natural salesperson. Jen said that's a learned craft. And now I believe her because at first I was thinking, girl, stop. You could just do this in your sleep. However, I purchased her course and I am learning this, and it definitely have processes, what you were talking about before. Now, two things I really want to go in deep with you today so that people can leave from this today with a different mindset on selling. Can you talk about that? Can you give us some tips on how we can shift that? Because I know that was the most difficult part for me.
Well, and I think we don't value our services enough, right? Even and if we're women too, let's be real. We don't know how valuable we are, and we're undercutting and underbidding ourselves constantly. Like we can sell somebody else's $10,000 thing or 5,000 or 1,000, like we can sell all these other things for other people promoting and being having those opportunities to make multiple, listen, I'm all about some multiple streams of income. Okay. But when you're niching and you're focusing on what you do best, you have to remember you start somewhere and you grow from there. Don't stay small. Think big, right? If you have an envision of being a big entrepreneur, a coach, opening a business, like whether you're in the 9 to 5 right now, or you're a high performing professional, but you have this itch or this thing that's like passion, don't let that passion eat you alive. Like, do something with it. Give yourself the opportunity to lean into it and find out what it is so that you can have a business and then it can be a legacy. So just switching the mindset from I can't to I can, and do it now. That's another thing. Do it now. Do it now. What's it going to do? Like we sent an email this morning, right? Do it now.
And I didn't want to do it, y'all. So y'all on my email list, and you got an email this morning. Jen made me do it. Jen made me do it. And I'm glad I did. And that's it. You heard the things she said, right? Take it from your mind. And then do it. Just do it. Do it now.
Embrace the awkward. Like that's one of my favorite things to say too. And I know you and I, Elizabeth, have had deeper conversations about money blocks and family. You know, when I come from a family of failed entrepreneurs, right? My dad was a very, very successful computer programmer in the 80s, right? So he made lots of money, but he always had these harebrained ideas. And although they were actually brilliant and before his time, but they all failed. So I'm like, well, I can't be an entrepreneur because my dad didn't make it. My mom's tried everything. She went back to not, like everyone in my family has always leaned back on that. If I lean into them and I listen to them, I'm going to easily get sucked back into, oh, maybe I should. It's scary out there. And it is. But guess what? This is the best, scariest feeling, being outside of your comfort zone and getting the exhilaration of doing something you actually love.
Right. I love it. I love it so much now because I feel so much more in control and I'm so much more hands-on. And what I love about that being hands-on, I'm using it as a segue to talk about your CRM and how automation can really change your business. And one of the things that Jen, I hope she's going to talk about today, because that was the second thing that I really wanted to talk to her about, is how to automate your business, because it's so expensive, one, to hire out. And again, I'm talking about myself because all I could do is talk about me, people. I'm talking about me. But to hire an assistant, have MailChimp, have a different place for your website, have a different place to collect your money, have a different place for, and so many things. And nothing is together or working as a team.
Yes.
So what's crazy is it's so important to have that streamline. Can we talk about that a little bit? And what does that look like? And can you give us some tips on how to kind of start putting things together?
Yes, this is, of course, my passion, right? Because that's one of the first things I do is a tech stack audit. Like, what have you purchased? What are you using? What are you not using? And 95%, look, I don't even know what the statistics are because they're so high. They're using 10% of this program, 10% of this one, 10%. So now we're spending 99, 100, 50, 200. So all of these little tiny costs are adding up and they're not communicating, or if they do, they communicate very poorly. So that there has to be still a lot of then you have to pay a human to audit. So I always say we want to rise to our aspirations, but we fall on our automations. So I want to say I'm going to post 4 times a week, but in my system, you can do that and have it set up. I want to say that I'm going to reach out to 7 people a day or 12 people a day or send 1 email a month. But if it's in my system and it's going to automatically go and do the things, that all these other systems were doing because you have automated it to do so.
So when we talk about your CRM, first of all, how can we connect with you?
Absolutely.
That's important. You guys connect with Jen.
SavvySalesStrategist.com. That's savvy with 2 V's, is a great place to just kind of see all the different aspects of sales and marketing that I have helped others with. So you can get a good idea. You do get a 15-minute free session with me. So I guarantee in that 15-minute session, we're going to get an answer to a question or a problem that you've had in your business that has been eating you alive. That's my goal in that 15 minutes. And then if you see the value in what we have, we can always go deeper. I love Instagram. My girl loves Instagram. This is where we love to hang out. I have basically creatively used my platform to present what I do. So it's really cool if you go to Instagram at the Jen Schneider, and that's SCHNEIDER, because there's 3 different ways to spell it. That's where, and I think that's why Elizabeth was also drawn to me again, is she got to lean in to my reels, to my things. She's like, oh, I like this girl, right? Because of what I was saying, even though it was in a fun way. You got to have outlets, guys. If we think of this as a business, if you think of your business as a baby, then, we're going to be sad when it ends up being, a bad kid or something, right?
Right.
But if your business is a machine and it's well oiled and you put in the right kind of attention, you change in the oil, you're checking things, you're driving. I say that this program that I have is like having a Porsche. You have to learn how to drive it. If I were to just,
can we talk about your program?
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring it up because I'm like, but can you give us a little bit about your program? And then, because the automation, the process, the workflows, all these things have really been next level. And I am telling you, I have probably purchased so many different CRMs. I'm not going to mention any names, but I have purchased so many different CRMs that I never actually utilized all of it. Just like she said, I've only used a part of it for this, or a part of it for that, or a part of it for this. So what's different about your CRM?
So because it has one dashboard and you have access to all of the things that you would need, your social media, you can send messages, emails. I don't even like calling it a CRM, honestly, because if I say immediately it's a CRM, I get, oh, I don't need a CRM. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I don't need a CRM. I'm not into that, and you have to remember too, when the price tags of some of these CRMs is because they have celebrityism, right? They have all these people that are coming to big stages to tell you to buy their stuff. Yeah. And instead of that, like now you get the local agency feel of having somebody who is in your corner, who's going to show you the way, who does handhold in the beginning, right? I'm all about it, because if it doesn't, there are statistics that show 50% of people who buy a CRM are not going to implement it and are going to shut it down. I have 100% retention on my clients that have been with me, because they know they can get the answers inside my help and tutorials. I'm going to be doing an office hour. So again, the cost evaluation of what this is so valuable. Plus I also do, the next level, if you want me to take care of your automations and really make it your own. So that's something I also offer.
So Savvy Sales Strategist is the name of it. And when you look her up on IG or go to her website, you will see that she has a way of changing the mindset around the whole CRM thing. Because I literally was like, oh my God, CRM, I don't need another CRM. Cram that. I don't want to even talk about it, because I don't need that.
I call it, you know what, instead of it being CRM, I'm going to call it communication management system.
Girl, I like that.
Because it's communication. What is the biggest thing in sales that we need?
Yes.
relationship building, communication. Hey, not the, not the generic stuff.
Yeah, I know. And that was one of the things that you just said. What are the biggest things that we do need in sales? Because first of all, let's talk about what sales is versus what sales I thought is. Like, I have an idea of what sales is, and I always think of that pushy person that's like, oh, I got it, you just what, and that drives me crazy, and I don't want to sell
Magnetic.
because I don't want to be that person.
I literally put into the universe, Elizabeth, when we first met, I'm like, she is my dream client. I'm like, I'm going to continue putting that out until, and then you showed up to the event. I don't even know if you did it last minute, and I didn't even know. It was like the clouds parted. It was like, right. What we
Yes.
feed ourselves does come true. If you guys aren't reading Think and Grow Rich, fantastic book about money mindsets. Like she was saying, sales is this, it's icky, it's gross. But if I believe that I'm doing you a disservice by not offering what I have to offer, then it's not sales anymore. You make the decision, but I can't not tell you about it. And there was another reel or something when I was looking on Instagram, and this girl was like putting her makeup on, and she said, you're afraid to share what you have to offer while all these big brands are sending you 3 emails a day.
Yes.
Like, they're selling us constantly. Like, we are constantly being sold, but yet we're afraid to even put an offer out there. Like, throw an offer out there. Even put on, like, do a poll. Hey, I was thinking about starting this business. I'm really good at taking pictures. I might want to be a photographer. Can I snap your photos, let's do a barter, right? I mean, I did that in the beginning of my business. I had my professional photos done, and I would barter sales stuff, right?
Right.
It's amazing. Like, start somewhere. And then once you get the pictures, then you get the professional, every stack, every step.
And that's important. That's important. So listen, guys, I don't know if y'all like me and get hung up. I'm pretty unique. I think so. But a lot of people are afraid of sales. And I'm going to be real. We're going to tell the truth that it is just very difficult for me to ask from someone else. I will support everybody. You ask me, and I'm like, yeah. Do you know how many people on my podcast that I am now on their reoccurring auto shipment for books, hair oil, everything, and I don't even have room for it anymore. But because you asked, I did it. But me, on the other hand, I am too afraid. So when you have, that was a great example of when you have somebody like me and to just make an offer. But if there's 3 things that we could take away today, if we had 3 things, Jen, to say, listen, what are the 3 things that we can start doing today to, 1, shift our mindset about sales, and also move toward making sales, if that makes sense?
Oh, completely.
Okay.
So there's this thing called the 80-20 rule. You know about it? We spend 80% of our time doing the things that aren't moving the needle. So what I say is you can't measure what you don't manage. So putting it down, doing the thing, putting it on your calendar, this hour on this day, I'm going to get on the phone. This hour on this day, I'm going to get in front of the camera. This hour, you know what I'm saying? So each day, 1 hour, raise your hand if you have 1 hour a day, 5 hours a week.
I do.
This is duplicatable, right? Content one day, do some videos, and you can do B-reels now. Just go in your neighborhood, take a walk, start, filming some things, even if you're afraid to get your face on camera, okay? Breakthrough. That would be my one mecca recommendation too is, and I know that me and Elizabeth have an amazing event coming up. I'm telling you, the connection between health and wealth is incredible, right? So when you feel good and you look good, you are going to do good and do better, be, do, have. So we're going to have this event and we are going to show you what your health looks like, how you're going to be able to manage that stress, stop being burnout, stop getting looked over for the next promotion, right? You want to be and look the part. And that is part of the things that I want anybody to take away from today is come to the event. Come to the event. You're going to find out so much more about Elizabeth and her amazing offer, what she has done for others, what she's done for herself. I mean, girl, you not only look amazing, but it comes from the inside, right? You're not just, like, it's not just the weight loss. It's not just, it is an overall appearance and you're glowing. So people want some of that and you're not giving it. So let's give it.
She has me blushing over here because I'm like, what are you talking about me for? Don't talk about me. What?
That's what I'm here for, because I know your passion for other people speaks volumes, and I want to be passionate about you and your business.
And that, my friend, is exactly what she would do for you and your business. So again, she gave you some amazing tips on how to break through, just lean in. And we on the platform, Miss Fit One, and we're going to talk about how do you live fit. And when I say fit, I mean focus plus intentional equals transformation. You do all of those so well. That is why I had to have you on my podcast. So thank you so much for taking time to do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
My question is, though, how do you take care of yourself? Because you are busy, mom of 4, you're a wife, and you have a thriving business. So how, Jen, how do you take care?
Well, I will tell you, you have helped me so much in the short time that we've worked together, because I see you doing the things, right? And I'll be honest, when I was doing the health and promotions and things, it was natural because I was spending all my time there. But then I got inundated with work. It's amazing how we go on these
ebb and flow.
But I never beat myself up, right? I always say, just do it. Just get back into it. Spend 10 minutes a day. I meditate. I try to get up early. I'm not an early bird, and I'm not saying every day is the same. That's what I want people to know is give yourself grace, do something different, try something new, go to a class, meet some new people. Because I think when it comes to building your mindset, it has to do with creating relationships. So if you're not used to working out and the business world like enveloped me when I went to in the local Charlotte area, no matter where you're tuning in from, I would highly also recommend, if you are a business owner that is doing online and you feel like you're an island and you're all alone and there's nobody out there like crickets, join your local business community. Okay. They will bring you in and wrap you up, and they'll treat you like a little baby. You treat your business like a machine. Let them bring you in and then give you the referrals and connect you to people. And then you can naturally become that connector too. So I know I went back into business, but it all connects. Do you see how fluid that is?
Yes.
So, yes, I love your skincare, by the way. Absolutely.
Yeah, you are glowing, girl. You glowing.
Yes. And then your books too, guys, get on these books, because it's going to give you that morning shift in your mind where you can say, okay, here's my priorities. Because raise your hand if you're listening and you have 15 things to do, you get 2 done and you're like, screw the rest.
Right.
So let's do a priority. And then instead of saying screw the rest, we're going to move it over, right? Or we're going to have that margin. Please, ladies, gentlemen, whoever's listening, give yourself margin, because we all know how that is. When we work ourselves, that's when burnout happens. So we're going to go from burnout to bliss.
Yes.
System.
Yes, it is. Burnout to bliss, a wellness transformation experience is my event. Jen and I are going to do this together because y'all know I'm scary. And Jen is making me, and I am that is going to be fun. I'm very, very excited about it. So it's going to be November 9th and it's going to be at 229 Brevard. But babe, if you're listening and you haven't gotten your ticket yet, go to my IG, click on my link, register. I cannot wait to see you, and you'll get to meet Jen and see how important she is to your business, whatever that business may be, whatever gadgets, widgets, or whatever. She will up level you. And I know that it has been one of the most important relationships that I have gained. And so she was my BB, which is my business bestie. Now she's just my bestie. So listen, guys, come out and support us while you gain from this experience. Jen, before we wrap it up, tell them exactly how they can connect with you again.
Okay.
And any last words of wisdom.
Absolutely. Best way, I love to connect with people on IG. So at the Jen with one N, Schneider, SCH, like the trucking company, I say. I love connecting with people no matter what it is. So if you are struggling in whatever area of life, and me and Elizabeth agree, like it's not about having balance, it's about harmony. And we live in a multi-dimensional world. We're not in one track mind land anymore. It is okay to feel super sad and depressed in one area of life and super excited and happy in another place. You can take that energy that feels like anxiety and turn it into excitement. And that's what I want any of the listeners today to just know, that they are powerful, more powerful than they realize, and to stand in that power.
Drop mic. That's it. I have nothing else to say, guys. Until next week, it's your girl, Elizabeth Colin, and I want you to live fit. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Misfit One Lifestyles. Listen, when you are fed up and sick and tired of living this stifled, overwhelmed, and overstressed life, and you're ready to live the fullest, richest, and healthiest life by gaining more confidence, more energy, and more clarity, living in your best self, you know what to do, right? Go ahead, go to my website, misfit1.com. Sign up for our online courses, Creating Healthy Habits, so that you too can live fit, focus, move with intention, and transform your life.